This is a fascinating video about the contents of the Zumo 660LM box. Useful to a lot of people, very, very boring to others. There's the box. I've taken everything out of the box because, well, it's boring watching people actually take things out of plastic bags. The unit itself is here. It's actually really pretty solid, a lot more robust and chunky than I was thinking. It's got a little slider there which gets into the back door, which comes off, and it's got a little magnet thing there which is a sensor to tell the thing when the door's on and or not, and it's all rubber sealed. There's a little seal around there too to seal it onto the mount. It comes with a whole load of paperwork here, interestingly including audible stuff. I'll put that anywhere. Quick start guide. All of this stuff is basically pretty useless, including the mounting instructions there. It's very self-explanatory. Accessory guide. Most of the stuff that is in there is actually included in the box, so that's kind of useless. Comes with a nice carrier case thing here, which is kind of hard. So onto the bits that you actually get in the package. Besides the unit, there's obviously the battery, and I mean, this unit is 7 years old, I think, the model, the 660 range, but it's nice to see that this one was actually made just under a year ago, from the stamp on the battery, which was nice. I was slightly worried that it might be an old stale battery. You get the car mount here, which is a much more basic version of the motorbike one, with the USB cable plug input there. It's one of those slightly older tiny USB type ones, and the release mechanism here, which opens it up. Other than that, I think that's an audio out to plug into your stereo, and that goes on to a whole load of RAM stuff that's included. I'm not sure if this sucker mount thing is actually a RAM one, but that's one of those normal things that you stick on your car. And the car kit also comes with this USB power 12-volt socket adapter for use in your car, so that plugs into the back of this. The motorbike mount is much more substantial. I think it's actually metal. It feels very, very chunky and solid, and this mounts to the rest of the RAM stuff, which I'll show you in a bit. But interestingly, it comes with microphone and headphone jack out and in, a USB female connector for the XM antenna, and the bare wires that you need to put into the bike's wiring system, and the fuse, of course, so that you have to wire into your bike. There's a little plate which has the Garmin logo on it, which fits over this thing here to stop it getting water in it when the GPS is off the bike. And then the RAM stuff. So that plate is, you can see it's metal. That mounts onto the back of that one, and then you've got a ball-to-ball adapter here, which again is a very solid metal thing. The RAM adapter here is for, it's actually a handlebar mount, so you put that on your handlebar, and there's a U-clamp here which goes through there. Metal with a rubberized ball, which is super solid. I didn't realise, but this is also designed to go on your clutch lever, I believe. So you mount it onto the clutch lever, and there are two different kinds of thread bolts in here. I think Harleys use a imperial thread, if I'm right. And of course you mount it to GPS brackets on your bike and all that kind of business. These are the bolts for this thing. And then there is the very strange XM antenna, which is actually pretty big. I think to mount this on a car or a boat would be okay, you just stick it on the roof or whatever, but a bike, it has to be preferably 30 centimetres, sort of 12 inches away from the unit itself, because of magnetic interference with the compass in the GPS. Whether I actually mount this or not is a question, because the only benefits you really get from it are XM radio, if you like that kind of thing, and the weather, which you have to pay about $10 a month for the package. And that comes with this magnetic mount. There are magnets glued in here, and it sticks itself onto a piece of metal. Again, on a bike, they tell you not to put this on the fuel tank, but where it goes, who knows. That bolts onto there, and then there's this plate here, which I have absolutely no idea what it's for. I think it's a metal plate with a sticky pad so that you can mount this onto there. Saying that, it doesn't actually stick to it, so that's pretty much all the bits there are. I got it from this company, buydig.com, and as I said, it was significantly cheap. I think the current prices for these are about $600, and I got it for just over 300 US.